Hi there, and welcome back to another Delphox Cards video. I apologize for some of the noise in the background. It's raining like really hard outside my house right now, and my room that I film in here is right by a drain that's kind of noisy, so I do apologize for that. Other than that, we are going into the next book here, Power Forwards 1. I will say, I debated on just hopping right into the centers, but power forwards are the natural progression for me in my brain. You got point guard, shooting guard, small forward. Of course, we got to go into power forwards. This is my favorite of my books. There's some centers that I love, but I'm more of I was a forward growing up, always have been, and so I tended to enjoy watching the forwards more. You tend to relate to them a little bit better. So, yeah, let's hop right into it here. We start with probably the most fundamentally sound, hence the nickname, the Big Fundamental, power forward ever, in Tim Duncan. And again, Diamond Collections, my favorite. A lot of cool cards to look at in here, for sure. But I love Tim Duncan. Big name growing up for me. A lot of memories turning on the TV and watching Timmy D, and especially. And a lot of finals. I didn't miss too many finals growing up. I love the marquees, but I watched a lot of finals. I watched a lot of playoffs, even now. I turn on regular season games all the time. I like this card down here. And Tim Duncan was always on. I love this Kickstart card. It's so cool. And always dominant. Even up until retirement, he was kind of a focal point of the offense. So, crowning moment, yeah, that brings me back to good times of my life, of sitting in my basement, maybe building stuff with Legos and putting on the TV. I had a basketball hoop growing up, and I would toss on the NBA, and I'd watch the game, and then when it hit commercial, I'd run and repeat it on the little hoop I had that we attached to our 9-foot ceiling. So a lot of fun watching Timmy D. A player though that I would say I like more than Timmy D would be KG. He would be in the top 10 for me as far as players I like. Kevin Garnett's jersey is iconic. The way he played, he just was a dog, and the guy was a stud. Even today, I love like tuning in, listening to KG talk. And he was in a movie with Adam Sandler, and the name's not coming to me, but I really liked him in that movie. He buys some jewels from him, and yeah, KG was at his prime, the best player in the league. But this is the era that I loved, was when he was with Paul Pierce, and those two guys were winning a chip together. I got a lot of KGs here, just because I really like the guy. That's a cool card there. But yeah, a lot of Tim Duncan. You're going, yeah, more KG, but I really like Kevin Garnett. So that's why there's a lot of cards in him. I even liked him on the Nets. I love this Fearless card. Anytime I can find his cards, they're in my pile. So I don't even think twice. Clearly, Karl Malone. Not a great dude, but great basketball player. But man, the whole like underage stuff and not so quality. But again, you don't want to judge a man. But yeah, did some things that were not acceptable, and it kind of gets glossed over. I think today, the We Done with the '90s movement has kind of brought some of these things back to light, and younger fans don't look at him favorably, but yeah, he was pretty amazing. So, love this card. And I got a lot of Karl Malone. My dad had a lot of Karl Malone, so I inherited a decent amount of Karl Malone cards there. So, you got him on the Lakers. This is the Mailman. Sick. I got to go to a shoe store in Black Earth, Wisconsin, and they had a Karl Malone signed shoe, and they are ginormous. And I am a tall guy, and I was even blown away. I like this Career Lineage card. That one is so sweet. just newer cards just tend to do it for me more. Like, I love old players, but I like them done in the new. Like, these older cards are just kind of mid. And as my collection grows, I could see myself maybe moving on from some of the base from the older years and replacing them with the younger stuff. But yeah, we're on to AD. I have a lot of hopes for the Lakers this year. I'm not a Laker fan by any means. I just kind of like the team they've put together, and AD, I think, is the best player on that team now. Obviously, you have LeBron, but AD is in the definite prime, and he is a very good player when healthy. So, obviously, LeBron's probably considered the best player, but I don't know. AD's going to put up his numbers here. And then it's got Drew Holiday. I love anything to do with Drew Holiday. We've talked about him. Dennis Rodman, more Anthony Davis, but Dennis Rodman. Like Dennis Rodman. I have a jersey of his, and my Dennis Rodman jersey story, and I might tell it later, is I have this jersey of his, and this guy came up to me at a national and was like, "Hey, I'll give you $500 for the jersey on your back." And I was like, and I walked away like an idiot. And then I came back and said, "Are you for real?" And he goes, "I don't know if I should. I want to." And apparently this whole time I had a gold label Dennis Rodman jersey that I will show in a future video. Ended up being, and it is worth a decent amount of money, but you got to have a buyer, and who cares kind of thing. But that guy knew it. And when you're in Chicago, people are going to like Dennis Rodman more than here in the Green Bay area. So, to Dennis, though. We got Charles Barkley, and I will admit, Charles not my favorite. I do like him as an announcer, like he makes me laugh, but as a player, I just am kind of, and I think part of this is due to the fact that he is not in the video games. You know, he refused to be in video games, and I didn't have any memories playing the video games with him. That's how you get to know some of the older players, and he said no. So, and I know his reasons why, and I'm not downplaying them. It's just, that's the reason, you know. Kemp, I love Shawn Kemp. Great dunker. Really nice NBA career. Long NBA career. But at his peak, this guy, I don't think he's rivaled with his dunks and how nasty they were. Just the style in which he slang. I mean, you got Vince Carter, you know, and we talked about Dominique on here and the more finesse dunk, but his dunks were just so powerful. I mean, they were the in-between Vince and Shaq, and a lot of fun to watch him jam. And then you get this guy. I haven't done my Guys book. This guy would be a My Guy. I should just convert his cards over to that binder. But Jermaine O'Neal is probably my top 5 favorite NBA players of all time. And I don't have his jersey, which kills me. I've looked at so many on eBay, and I just can't find one for a price I like. So that's my next, that or a Vic jersey I want to try and find. But Mari Stoudemire, another guy that I really liked growing up. Liked that Suns team, and I don't have enough of his cards. But then Chris Webber, I also like him a lot too. Chris was a unit for the Kings. I like this one up here, the Elite. Or not Elite, but Encased. Essentials. Sorry, not Encased. But yeah, Chris was nasty. He was good. Really fun player when I was a kid, and got a couple of his cards here, a couple pages worth, so I like this one a lot. Really cool. Chris Webber. Man was a beast. Absolute beast. So there you have it. Right under 10 minutes. The Power Forwards book. Who's your favorite power forward of all time? Drop a comment below. And as always, God bless you. Have a good one.